So this guy thought he was Batman. His name's Matthew, and from the outside, he looks like every parent's dream son. Harvard graduate, top of his law school class, successful immigration lawyer in Silicon Valley. But behind that polished smile, total madness. See, Matthew wasn't just stressed or overworked. He had full on delusions, voices, paranoia, thinking people were spying on him. And then one day, he decides he's done being a lawyer. He's going to be a vigilante. Now, at first, he doesn't start with crime fighting. He starts with crimes, the kind where you wake up in terror. It's 2009. Early morning, 5 a.m., a woman wakes up to the sound of someone breaking in. It's Matthew, wearing a ski mask. He ties her up, forces her to wear blacked out swim goggles so she can't see, and makes her drink NyQuil, that cold medicine that knocks you out. Then, as she's dazed and terrified, Matthew walks around her home like it's some kind of experiment. He writes notes, collects personal data, and even starts giving her crime prevention advice. He tells her, "You should really get a dog. It'll scare off intruders." Then he leaves, just like that. And it's not a one-time thing. A month later, he does it again. Another house, another victim. Police investigated, but there's no solid evidence. They questioned Matthew once, but with no DNA, no prints, nothing, they can't touch him. That's when something in Matthew's mind completely snaps. After that police visit, Matthew becomes paranoid, like really paranoid. He starts thinking the government and even China are spying on him through his law firm computers. He quits his job, moves to another, quits again. Then he becomes a peeping Tom, climbing rooftops at night, spying through windows, taking photos. And in his mind, he's not a creep. He's a guardian observing the enemy. But then he takes his obsession further. He becomes convinced that the 1%, the ultra-rich, are demons. Literal demons. And he decides it's time to fight back. He's not Matthew anymore. He's a hero, a modern-day Batman, fighting against evil. Only his version of evil is whoever he feels like targeting. He moves into a remote cabin in Lake Tahoe, away from everyone. No sleep, no human contact, just Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, on repeat. And that's where Batman is born. It's 2015. Matthew, the self-proclaimed vigilante, picks his target, a couple named Aaron and Denise. He thinks they're part of the rich, corrupt elite, but they're just regular middle-class people. One night, around 3 a.m., Matthew breaks in wearing his wetsuit Batman outfit. Black, shiny, with weird homemade gadgets made of flashlights, dog collars, and laser pointers. He wakes the couple up with a gun pointed at them, but it's actually a water pistol. They don't know that. He ties them up, drugs them with NyQuil, and forces Aaron into a closet with headphones that play a creepy pre-recorded message. This operation is being carried out by professionals to collect debts. Then he kidnaps Denise, drives her miles away to his cabin, and for 2 days she lives every woman's worst nightmare. But then, something unexpected. Matthew releases her. He drops her off in Huntington Beach, unharmed but traumatized. He even emails a journalist to say Denise will be safely returned tomorrow. That's how confident, how delusional this guy is. When Denise tells the police what happened, they don't believe her. Police claim the story is too dramatic, too Hollywood. They even call it a hoax on live TV. Imagine that. You survive a kidnapping and the world calls you a liar. Months pass. Then one night, Matthew breaks into another couple's house. Same MO, flashlight, mask, paranoia. But this time, the husband fights back. They struggle. Matthew drops his cell phone during the fight and flees. Police trace the phone to his Lake Tahoe cabin, and there they find everything. Aaron's stolen laptop, the wetsuit, the goggles, and the proof that Denise was telling the truth all along. Matthew Muller, the real-life Batman, is arrested. He confesses to multiple home invasions and the kidnapping. He's sentenced to 40 years in federal prison. And Denise and Aaron, they sue the police department and win $2.5 million for being falsely accused. They finally get justice. So yeah, a man who thought he was Batman turned out to be the villain. It's one of those stories where truth really is stranger than fiction. And if you ever find yourself thinking you're the hero, just remember, even Batman had Alfred to keep him sane.